the whispering walls. It was a small, dilapidated house on the outskirts of town, the kind of place no one visited unless they had to. Emily inherited it from a distant relative she barely remembered, but after years of city life, she needed a break. The house was old, worn by time, but it had its charm, if you didn't mind the creaks and groans of its bones in the night. The first few nights were peaceful enough. But on the fourth evening, she began to hear it. At first, just faint whispers, so soft that she wondered if she was imagining them. But the next night, they grew louder, distinct voices murmuring through the walls. Emily tried to ignore it, thinking the old house simply had its quirks. Then the dreams started. Each night, she would dream of a young woman, pale, gaunt, eyes hollow with terror, standing in the corner of her room, staring at her. The woman never spoke, but her presence filled the air with a suffocating dread. Every time Emily awoke, the whispers would start again, now louder and clearer, as if something or someone was trying to communicate. One morning, Emily decided to investigate. She pressed her ear to the wall where the whispers seemed to emanate. Another moment, the voices stopped. Then, in a low, rasping tone, one voice whispered her name. Emily, come closer. Heart pounding, she ran to the attic, convinced the answers lay there. The stairs creaked under her feet as she climbed, and the air grew colder with each step. In the attic, she found a dusty old mirror covered in a tattered cloth. When she uncovered it, her breath caught in her throat. The reflection was hers, but not quite. Her own eyes stared back at her, but there was something else, something dark, lurking behind them. And there, standing in the shadows of the mirror, was the woman from her dreams. She smiled, a cold, hollow smile, and whispered, "You've been chosen." Suddenly, the whispers filled the room, deafening, as if hundreds of voices were converging all at once. Emily backed away, heart hammering in her chest, but when she turned to run, the door slammed shut with an unnatural force. The mirror cracked, and from the shattered glass, the woman's face emerged, now pressed against the surface, her hand reaching through. Emily screamed and tried to break free, but the whispers were everywhere now, surrounding her, suffocating her.